to the NBA Pub Hub. It is Saturday, May 29th. Ian Cameron is here, along, as always, with my comrades, my colleagues, my floor mates, if you will. Skee Prophet, Conor Mac, Dutch Boy Fresh. We're here for Saturday NBA playoff action. We've got a quadruple header of NBA playoff basketball today, breaking down all four games. Bucks Heat, Nuggets Blazers, Sixers Wizards, Jazz Grizzlies to wrap up the night. Before we get into today's games, briefly on last night, really not a whole lot to say about the game between Brooklyn and Boston, other than I think it was a no-show in my opinion from Brooklyn. I mean, I think they just basically said, we're up 2-0, we'll give them a game. We won't play any defense tonight. We'll give them one. But look, Fournier, they got him from the Magic to give him 3-point shooting. He gave them that last night. Just a bad defensive game from the Brooklyn Nets. In that one. And by the way, Kyrie Irving, talk about a guy that you can't trust when the going gets tough. I mean, this is a guy that's supposed to rise to the occasion, getting grief from the fans, booing his ass all night long, and he basically gives you a terrible performance last night. Typical Kyrie Irving, just like last year. That's why they hate you in Boston, Kyrie, because you were shit for the Celtics last year in the playoff run for them, and he was not really all that much better last night against the Boston Celtics, his former team. Boston, give them credit, though. They responded. Jason Tatum, insane, 50 points in that game. And the Celtics get back in the series 2-1. At least they get back into it for one game. They got to win the next one, too. How about the Atlanta Hawks? Very impressive wire-to-wire job, essentially, against the New York Knicks last night. They take a 2-1 series lead. I had the first quarter and the first half. Thankfully, I had a little more on the first half, which was my best bet on the show yesterday. But I had the first quarter too, guys. That was a ridiculous loss with that first quarter bet on Atlanta last night. What was it? 7 points in like 2-3 seconds to end the quarter. It was like 3 free throws, a turnover, and then they get a 3 from Randall at the buzzer at the first quarter. And I lose the first quarter bet on Atlanta. Absolutely sickening that I lost that. The first half got there. Great performance from Atlanta all around. Trae Young was good, but he had a supporting cast. You know, he had Bogdanovich stepping up. He had John Collins cashing a prop for Dutch in that game last night. Good performance all around. Defense put the clamps down on the Knicks, especially second quarter and beyond. Very good defensive performance from the Hawks. And, of course, look, the Clippers, we shit on them a lot yesterday. We'll give them some credit. They looked like they were in early trouble against Dallas. It was a Luka Doncic deluge of buckets early in that game against the Clippers. And they ended up, the Clippers, coming back and having a very good second half and pulling away and winning that game. But I love these Clippers fans. They're front runners. On Twitter, they're just going on and on, pounding their chest. Yeah, we back. We back. Calm down, will you please? Can you go out there and win game 4 as well before you start crowing that you're back, you're back, you're back? You still got to win that next one in Dallas or you're still in big-time trouble. So let's see what they do in game 4, and I guarantee you Dallas will be better a little in the next game as well. So let's calm down on the Clippers are back nonsense. Can we see them actually win both road games in Dallas, which they have to do before we say that? But give them credit last night. They played better. They got the win. Skee, what did you think of what we saw Friday night?
When were the Clippers ever here to be back?
Yeah, they never done shit.
Skee. Some of these people on Twitter, they got the Clipper little logo on their Twitter account in the display pic, and I'm saying, no, just as I expected, we're back. We're ready to go. Take a downer. Take a downer.
Right. Settle down, huh? Settle down. Yeah, I'm with you, man. We'll see if they can do it again. I was fine watching that game. I had Luka points over, and he was killing it from the start. He's going to bully him every single game, no matter what. He had, 44 on the game? So I love that. I would have loved it more if the Clippers lost, but it is what it is. The Boston game, I heard you said Nets didn't show up. They showed up for like 5 minutes. And then after that, they just said, all right, we're up, 20 to something. We'll take our foot off the gas. And it really is when James Harden came out the game that I noticed the Nets got a lot worse and Boston went on that run. So Harden, maybe the best player on the Nets. And I don't think the Celtics win another game, though. And the Hawks and the Knicks, you have Ice Trae, who shows up in the playoffs, averaging like 25 and 10, I think, so far. And then you have regular season Randall, who's not getting the job done. So I think the Hawks –
Randall, I like it.
Yeah, Hawks probably winning 6 now is my thought process.
The moniker fits. It is regular season Randall. His playoff Randall version of himself hasn't been anywhere close to the regular season version. It's a moniker that right now he deserves that tagline right now. Dutch, last night, what did you think?
Yeah, man. Real quick shout out to my guy, Prince of the City. And see him in a minute in the chat. Everyone in the chat, Mark, Eric Chang, Jesus, all y'all cast. Yeah, last night, man, it was same thing as pretty much the night before. 3-3 day on show picks. I did lose the best bet, the freshest look, man. Nets first half, I wasn't really feeling that. You guys pretty much touched on everything, though. But I ended my night decently. I ain't gonna lie to you. Luka the Don handled his shit from start to finish, over points. Over the 3.5 threes that I gave out to y'all, plus 140. I believe he had that early second quarter. I mean, that shit went real nice with the fettuccine and a little bit of JMO. But other than that, I'm ready to get today's bread.
Absolutely. All right, Connor, last night, how did it treat you, and what did you think of what we saw?
Yeah, it wasn't too good for me. Luka was good with his props, but I had the Mavs, the under, and they just came out way too hot, even though it didn't go over by that much. In the end, the Celtics, I mean, Jason Tatum had a monster game, 50 points. That's basically what he's got to do, I get, for them to be in it. The Nets said, they just looked like they weren't into it from the very start. Harden had a huge game. I wish I would have been on his props yesterday. I didn't jump on it. I talked about it. Didn't do it.
Too. Good call.
Yeah, and the Knicks, I think it was just that second quarter they just horrible. Hawks, I think it was 30-13, 29-13. And other than that, they kind of busted out there and just kind of cruised. And the Knicks got to get, I think, game 4. They're in trouble. They go down 3-1, heading back home. But we'll see. Let's see if these Knicks can step up next game. I don't know. The number might be bigger, though. I don't know how much bigger, but we'll see the next game, the spread on that. But let's get to today. 4 games on the board.
Yes, indeed. A quadruple header, one after another. A good day of hoops on tap. Milwaukee and Miami to get the day started. This is tipping off in about 20 minutes from now. Bucks 4.5-point road favorites, looking to get the sweep, break out the brooms today in South Beach. Total 221 in this game, and that's exactly what I think is going to happen. Look, I thought the spot for Miami to show some fight, show some resolve, show some will to get it done was the other night, and they didn't show any of it. So why am I going to bank on them showing up today in this kind of spot? Things are just out of whack for the Heat. Jimmy Butler's not himself. Bam hasn't played great in this series. They're not getting none. Robinson and Hero continues to just have a dismal season compared to all the rave reviews he was getting last year at this time. It's just a problem. And their offense is broken, I think, at this point. Milwaukee's figured them out defensively. That is clear as day. That was about as bad a first quarter offense I've seen in a long time from Miami in game 3. It was hideous to watch it. 1-2-3 Cancun. I'm no need to overthink it or overcomplicate it. I like Milwaukee here, -4.5. Skee, what do you think here, Bucks Heat?
That's the only way I can look. Heat look like they don't have any heart. Look like the Walking Dead, however you want to call it. They don't look like anybody I want to put my money on. So Bucks, and like I said, the Bucks got embarrassed. They're hungry. I would have to continue to look that way. Other than that, I mean, Heat are allowing 60 rebounds per game over the first 3.
Yeah.
Giannis, I mean, you have to look at his rebound prop, right? Unless it's a blowout, that's where props go to die. I think he gets over that 13.5. Middleton, I probably can look towards his points as well, but in a blowout, it gets tough. So I lean towards Milwaukee as my main bet here, -5, and also Giannis rebounds over 13.5.
Yeah, definitely. Always a worry with some of these props. Trae Young last night, there's been a bunch of them. We worry about the blowout situation, and then they come off the court for sure. Derrick Rose, I think I said it on some show yesterday that I was thinking of betting him to be the highest scorer in that Knick Hawk game last night. And Derrick Rose, another great night for the Knicks last. He was the only Knick that had a really good offensive night. His prop got there, so that was good to see. But in this game, Milwaukee. I mean, it's the only side I could come up with. What do you think here, Dutch? Milwaukee, Miami.
Yeah, shout out to my man Tom. We stay loaded, bro. Mark, calm your ass down, bro. When we started ending the conversation, it's only been 7 minutes live, bro. So it wasn't 18 minutes. But yeah, we get to the point. Skee, you right where I'm at, bro. We said I tweeted out 2 hours ago that it was I knew this line was going to go up, and I just seen in the chat too. I don't believe who said it, but I got over 13.5 rebounds for Giannis, minus 115. It did go up. I believe he said 150. I'm sure you can find a better number. Shop around. He's been averaging 16.5 this series. He's outworking them, like I put in the tweet. I mean, he's just simply outworking them. He might have this number by halftime. He's definitely getting 15 plus easy. All right. I'm right with you with Middleton as well, Skee. I was on this last game. He did get it. He had 6 minutes to go in the fourth. He had 22 exactly. It's over 21.5. It's even money. I mean, I haven't locked it in yet, but I probably will pull the trigger on here on the show. But I definitely endorse that over 13.5 rebounds. I could only look really under in this game as well. The number does seem a little sharp, but I don't have a play official, but I would lean the under. And then, of course, a little juice money. What we're talking about here. My bad. I was like, why does none of this shit look familiar? Because it's the wrong damn page. My fault. Yeah. All right. So Middleton, it was a 21.5 is even money, if that's what I said. But the Butler, little juice prop here. Butler over 1.5 threes at plus 190. He has went over it 2 out of the 3 games. He had a lot of attempts. I think he might get that. I know I was looking at the under in game 3. But if you're looking for a little juicer, plus 190, he'll probably get you 2 3-pointers, man.
Yeah, the prop that I'm interested in this game is actually Bryn Forbes here. I think 11.5. I'm interested in that. And look, it's not to live. Yeah. Plus, keep in mind for the Bucks,
no DiVincenzo.
Yeah, it's not delivery. It's DiVincenzo. He's not going to play for the Milwaukee Bucks this afternoon
I like
in this
that.
game. I always bring that one out, Dutch, whenever I mention him. Yeah, it's not delivery. It's DiVincenzo. He is he's not delivering anything today. He's not playing, and I think it's going to mean more minutes for Forbes. And look, he's shooting the ball well in this series for the Bucks, absolutely. So I think over his point total is the one I like from a player prop standpoint in this game. What do you think here, Conor Mac, Miami, Milwaukee?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. The Giannis points and rebounds. I think he gets whatever he wants, especially board wise. You mentioned it, Skee. The Heat, they can't get any rebounds. The Bucks are just dominating them. And if you think the one guy, like I said, other than Butler, it's got to be Bam. He's got to come up big. If you think he does his double doubles plus 150, his overboards 8.5. He's got to get more boards. He's got to score more. For them to win. Butler over 23.5. I think he kind of shows up today. I haven't taken his over points in any of the first 3. Maybe today. I still just don't love it. But I like that over 1.5 threes, Dutch, you just talked about. Yeah, I want that plus money when I'm messing with the prop. I think that's a good look. But my main thing in this game, I'm not on the side. I don't want to lay 5. There's one thing to lay in 1.5. In the other game, they kind of blew him out. I'd be leery of it, but I'm on the under here, 222.5. I got a little earlier, but now it's down to 221.5. You're right, Dutch. It is pretty sharp, but I just early morning game, a little sleepy. The Heat, only way to be in it, they can't score, so they got to kind of try to lock down defensively and make this a slower game, kind of like game 1. Right. So I'm on the under here.
All right, liking the under here in this one. I could see that because, look, I'm not betting overs with this broken Miami offense right now. That is for damn sure. Yep. Next game, it's the second of the afternoon games. It's Denver and Portland, game 4. Very important game for the Blazers. You don't want to go down 3-1 heading back to the Mile High City. Portland, 5-point home favorites here in game 4, 227 the total in this game. See, I like the spot. I think Portland can and will win. I think they have a much better game in them here. But, boy, they're not giving you a bargain on Portland here. You got to lay 5. You actually got to lay a bigger number than you did in game 3 when they didn't get it done. And I'm reluctant to do that. I like Portland in the game, but I don't know if I'm ready to lay 5 points. What I am ready to do is bet the over again in this series. I mean, it's simple as that. I mean, we have seen this now 3 games in a row. This is the Denver-Utah series from last year, guys, in the first round, where every game went over the total, where neither defense could stop what the offense of the other team wanted to do. And that's what we're seeing here. There's no defensive stopper or answer for Jokic on the Portland side. He's going to continue to do what he wants. Michael Porter's going to continue to chip in. Even Campazzo's given them offense. They're not going to slow any of those guys down. And on the flip side, look, I think this is one of those games where it's time for Lillard and McCollum, who were subdued a little bit the last couple games, to really rise up and say, we got to win this game. We got to play big. We got to score early and often. I think they will today. I think they'll rise up, Lillard and McCollum, in this game, and they'll score points, and Denver will have trouble stopping them. So it's just two teams that defensively I don't think match up well, and that's why it's 3-0 to the over so far in this series. Make it 4. I like over 227 here. Skee, what do you think here? Game 4, Denver, Portland.
Yeah, I understand. Like 5, you're kind of getting up there, with Portland. I said last time, I don't really like to expect them to win by margin. I kind of like Portland more as dogs or just like them to win. But I told you also how I was going to play it if they lost the last game, and I did just that. So I got in, and I took Portland on the series plus 160, and series and game is correlated. If I don't think they're going to win this game, why am I betting this series right now? So I also took them at the same time at minus 160 game 4, and I have plus 160 on the series. So that's how I look in this one right here. I agree with you. Look on the over. Denver tried different things defensively, kind of slowed down Lillard a little bit. And then before the last game, Portland was saying like there's things that they haven't been doing that they were doing to end the season, and they can be better defensively, but nothing really to stop Jokic, like you said. So I think it's an over series. They keep coming back and putting the number right at 227. So until they adjust it to the 230s, I think you still have to continue to look towards an over. If I'm playing props, pretty square, but regardless who wins, it seems like Jokic and Lillard are going to get theirs. And the one thing I'll say, though, that why I like Portland even more in this game, or why I think they're really going to win, is because you had a Portland team that shot 31% from 3, which is uncharacteristic from them.
Yes.
And you had Denver shoot 50% from 3, making 20 of them.
Yep.
Also, Portland's the best team in the league as far as taking care of the ball. They've been giving it up lately, like 15 turnovers. And Denver has been taking care of the ball a little bit more than I'm used to. So I think it goes a little bit back to the normal. And even when Denver shot 50% from 3, they only won by 5 points. So I like Portland today. I like the over. And if I'm playing props, it's Lillard or Jokic over points or rebounds, however you want to play it.
All right, good stuff there from a Skee Prophet. And we got someone complaining in the chat. Hey, we can't win them all, right? I think Dutch had a good player prop on John Collins last night that won. I think my best bet with the Hawks in the first half won. So you're misleading people with bad picks. I don't know. I can give you. I need more than 2 hands to count all the winners we've given you this week with this show in the playoffs, guy. So again, take it or leave it. That's the way it is. If you thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. You're watching, so we appreciate it. Dutch, what do you think here with this one?
Real quick. Yeah, let's talk about some people that matter. Shout out to North Ender, Billy Brisbane, my guy, Christian. Yeah, man, keep it smoking. Shout out to Emily. Yeah, man, Mom Dukes. Hey, but yeah, at this point, I'd have to agree with everything you guys said. I'd take the over. I think I will tell you guys on the over on that. You guys been on it every game, I think. All 3. I like it. But I'm going to be a fan in this game. I can't lie. I'm going to be rooting for the Blazers here. They disappointed me. I'm not going to bet on them. I am a fan of the Blazers. I bet on against them in game 2, so it's not like that. But they let me down in game 3. That was unexpected, to be honest with you. I do expect Dame to get his 33.5, I believe it is, but I'm not mad at that. But I'm going to hit you with a little something different. We're going to go Nurkic over 3.5 assists, minus 115. Now, we did have he had 5 in game 1. He had 6 in game 3. Now, obviously, game 2 was kind of, that was not very good. But he didn't. That was a no-show game for Portland all around, pretty much game 2. But, yeah, I like that look a lot. If you watch the games, he goes – especially in game 3, they were giving him the ball. They were playing through him. He's nice when it comes to them dimes. He hits you in, on the pick and roll. I expect him to easily get over 3.5 assists. And then, of course, like I said, I'm not mad at the Joker prop. I wouldn't even be mad at Austin Rivers' ass over 10.5. I probably won't go to the window with it, but that did stand out a little bit. He seems to be playing with some confidence. And like I mentioned to you, one of my big knocks on the Blazers is that backcourt and pretty much the whole damn team just don't play defense, So I would look at that. But I like that overlook. Like it correlates to everything I like. But I'm going to be on Nurkic over 3.5 assists, minus 115.
There you go. Over assists for Yusuf Nurkic for Dutch. Conor Mac, what's your thoughts here? Nuggets, Blazers.
Yeah, it's tough. I can't lay 5 points with the Blazers here. I'm with you. You mentioned it, Skee, real quick. They didn't adjusted it, so they're going to keep putting a 227. I'll keep on the over as well. Same thing with you guys. They haven't adjusted. I told you if this game was the regular season, I thought this be 235 or something like that, and they haven't moved it. So I'll continue to be on the over as well. If I were to play the side, I'd take the points with the Nuggets. I think 5's too many here. Blazers might win. They have a tough time covering, like we talk about. I think they shoot the ball better. The Nuggets shot it real well. They shot 20 of 38 from three. I don't know if they shoot 52% again from there. But player prop wise, I was looking at Rivers. You mentioned that. Dutch, he's been shooting it well, 10.5. And Powell, he had 18 last game, over 16.5, minus 107. And of course, Joker and Dame. Man, they keep taking it up, 32.5, 33.5. I still think probably they both get there, especially in the points. But that's about it. And the Nuggets played well, everybody. Gordon, Porter. Can that happen again? Even Campazzo played pretty well. We'll see. It's hard to trust the Blazers that no defense and giving up threes, leaving the Nuggets to shoot that many threes and just get what they want. That's why I think it leads towards an over. And I lean the Nuggets +5. I just don't want to be laying it with the Blazers. I think they win today, but watch laying the points here.
Yeah, no question about that. Something to keep in mind that be careful laying these points because it should be, you never know in these situations with Portland. A lot of their games tend to be close, but I do think they win this game. And like I said, he did the right thing taking the money line. That was a smart, savvy decision on his part.
I will say this: the number is telling to me, though. I think it's that number for a reason. So I will expect them to cover tonight. I just have a hard time going to the window with this. So like I said, I'll probably tell you guys on that over, but Nurkic is going to hit them assists for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good thing to keep in mind with that. All right, we move on to tonight's games. We got two games tonight now. Philadelphia 76ers, Washington Wizards, 2-0 series lead here for the Sixers, looking to make it 3 straight. They're laying 6.5 to 7 on the road here, 228 the total in this game. I think this is a Boston-Brooklyn situation. I don't know about win the game for the Wizards, but when you have a Westbrook and a Beal, and Westbrook's pissed off about the whole popcorn thing the other night, for better or worse, he is pissed off about it. I think you get a good effort. I don't think you get a lay down and die or quit and go home type of performance tonight from the Wizards on their home floor. I don't think you get that. I think you'll get them playing their absolute best they can. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Now, keep in mind, when it comes to Westbrook, he wasn't practicing yesterday. He does have a tender ankle. In fact, there's also guys on the Philly side, Seth Curry and Tobias Harris, that got injured in game 2. And they are a little bit banged up going into this game. So keep that in mind. We'll have to wait and see if Westbrook plays. That's the one thing holding me back, but I am leaning Washington here. One player prop I like. Look, this is obviously you can't go down 3-0. They're not winning the series anyway, but if they're going to go down swinging, they're going to go down swinging with their best player, and that's Bradley Beal, best offensive player. I think he has a big night over his point total. I think is a good prop for Bradley Beal in this game tonight. We'll see if Westbrook plays, but I'm leaning Washington. Again, this is Philly on the road, which at times is a little bit different from Philly at home. And I don't think Washington's that kind of team that's going to just pack it in, not with all the effort they gave to make the play-in and make the playoffs to begin with. I think they show you an effort tonight. We'll see if Westbrook plays. I might even back them if he doesn't play, because if he gets ruled out, this number is going to go up even more, and I'll get an even better number on Washington. So I'm leaning Wizards. I'm leaning to the over. It's been an over-under start to the series, over game 1, under game 2. If I like the Wizards to cover, I think the game might go over the total because they're going to play extremely fast. That's what I heard from Brooks the other night. Scott Brooks, all he said in the interview during the game was, we have to play as fast as possible. So that's exactly what you're going to get here from the Wizards. People joking about Westbrook. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't shock me if he's out. We know sometimes you're right, not able to play through certain things. We get there's no question there, but that's why I'm waiting to take Washington, because I know I'll get a better number if he's out. But I lean Wizards. I like the over, and I like Bradley Beal's player prop over points as well tonight. Skee, what do you think? Game 3 here, Sixers and Wizards.
MMA locker room says, Skee, pull your joints out too. You had 2 of them in Vegas. That's what I was laughing at. He kind of had me over here on the sideline.
You got 2 wherever we go.
This game, Ian, It's been a while. I think I've been having opinions on majority of the games, but I don't love this game. And I do think that the Washington Wizards and the over are correlated because they're not a great defensive team. And if you expect them to be in the game, it's kind of going to be they're outscoring Philadelphia. I would look towards an over, but I'm not quite sure the Wizards can keep it close. So I want to maybe just stick to the first half in case it's a blowout or in case starters come out, whatever the case may be. I can get in and get out. For the Sixers side, guys on the injury report as well, but they're more towards probable. And don't love it, but I'll lean first half over in this game.
Yeah, I'm with you on Curry and Harris for Philly. Tobias Harris and Seth Curry. They are probable. It's just a question of are they going to be 100%, but I think they're going to play in this game tonight for the Sixers. It's more doubtful or more questionable is Russ for the Wizards. Dutch, what do you think here, Philly and Washington?
Yeah, I'd have to agree on the overlook. Shout out to Los Cosmo. Shout out to Noli Knowles, making the unders great again, my guy. And yeah, definitely MMA locker room in the chat. Shout out to him. Yeah, what I was looking at, to be honest with you, I disagree with you guys a little bit. I wasn't really liking what I was hearing because I like the Sixers here to handle business. Really, we haven't even got a good game from Embiid. I really don't think. I know he had 30 in game one, but it was like a quiet 30. He hasn't really went off. And these two teams played March 12th in Washington. Now, this was a back-to-back for the Sixers without Ben Simmons, and they still got him by 26 points in Washington, like I mentioned. And everyone was pretty much suited and booted for the Wizards. So, to me, I know, the Sixers have struggled on the road, but the -6 to me seems cheap. I think they're going to handle them. I wouldn't be surprised if the Wizards make a little run, but to me, a big aspect of this is Russell Westbrook being beat up. I'm surprised, Ian, that you said that you would actually back him regardless because he is the engine of that team. I'm not mad at the Bradley Beal over the 33, I believe it is. I think he'll get his, but I don't like the Wizards here at all, and I sure as hell don't like them without Russell Westbrook. So I definitely got to look Sixers full game -6. And then from a prop aspect, I'm going to look at a guy that I've been on all game 1, 2, and actually game 1 and 2 because this is only game 3. So we're going to be on him game 3, over 16.5 rebounds and assists. My guy Ben Simmons is going to eat. Now this is -115. Now in the 2 games, let me make sure I'm reading this shit right. In the 2 games he's played, he's averaging 23.5 rebounds and assists in the 2 series. I told you he's out to prove that he's the new breed Russell. He could be doing pretty much what Russell could be doing. He's got Embiid and other cats on his team. Ben Simmons will go off tonight again. The 16.5 is easy, -115.
All right, liking that player prop there, Dutch
My
and
bad.
Philly.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, real quick. Also, just a little cush money. You know what I'm saying? You want to feed the kids. Triple double plus 525. A little something on that. He's been real close to that number. He almost hit it game 1, game 2. He had like 9 and 8. Went over it in the points. Game 1 obviously had 15 and 15 with only 6 points. So I believe he'll get 10 points, and I'm sure he's going to get rebounds and assists. So I really actually like that 525. Extreme value there on the triple-double for my guy Ben Simmons.
That's good. That's a great price, plus 525. I know I've taken a shot with some of these in this 350, 400 range, these triple doubles, and I've just been so close, narrowly missed a couple of them. But
you might get there tonight, buddy.
Yeah, it might get there tonight, and even if it's narrowly missed, it's worth the plunge at that price, plus 525 for sure. C-Mac, what do you think here, Sixers, Wizards?
Yeah, I think that's worth a shot too at that price. It's all about Westbrook, like you talked about. If he's in, I lean the Wizards. I don't think I'm going to bet this game at all. I'd lean over as well. They just can't play any defense. And if they hang around, other than that blowout loss, though, Dutch, all the other 3 or 4 games they lost this year were like by combined, it was 5, 6, 6. So that seems to be what they did. I just don't love Philly on the road. They have played better this year at times during the regular season. I still don't love them on the road. They could smash them today, but I'd rather here take the points. It's all about Westbrook, though. He missed practice. I think he's a go. They're at home. Yeah, I think he's playing. So I lean Wizards, and I got to go over. I think the total's just a little bit too low at 228, and it'll go over here. That's it. And player props, I like Harris. He's been really good, over 21.5. That's about it in this game. I didn't really love any other player props.
Yeah. All right. Final game, Utah Jazz, Memphis Grizzlies. This series knotted up at a game apiece, even though we're talking 1 versus 8 here in the Western Conference. Utah 5.5-point road favorites here in game 3 tonight. We go to the grindhouse, as they call it, in Memphis. The total the total is 224.5 in this game. I like the Grizz here a little bit, getting the 5.5 in this game. I really do. I mean, at home, they've been very good catching points of late. The way I look at it, they couldn't have been worse for, about a half. In the first half, they were just getting carved up. They weren't really getting anything offensively going, but they put a scare into Utah in the third quarter, and they cut that margin down to single digits again. And Utah had to keep on working to pull away and finally put away Memphis in game 2. Obviously, that game was extreme shooting on both sides, incredible efficiency. I know that Skee does NBA shows with Rob Vino, a longtime friend in the business, and he does a great job. He uses this possible points type of thought process when it comes to totals and handicapping totals. I think in terms of possible points in the Jazz Grizzlies game, it was extremely high. The efficiency was off the charts. But if you actually look at the pace numbers in that game, the pace was moderate. It wasn't a fast pace. It was a moderate pace. So I understand that there's not going to be that kind of shooting tonight. There's going to be regression. There's going to be some better defense. I get it. But we're talking 224 with the total. I wouldn't want any part of the under still, because I think we've seen enough from Morant on the outside and Brooks, and we've seen enough from Valanciunas inside, feasting offensively around the rim, that Utah's having trouble, with that trio right now. But on the flip side, Memphis is going to have trouble with Utah for the rest of this series with Donovan Mitchell back for this Jazz team. I think we see points again. I think there's going to be regression. They're not going to score, 260, 270 like they did the other night. But I think they can get you into the 230s or at least the high 220s. That's all you need for the over. And I like Memphis here. Memphis played Utah tough at home this year. They won game 1. They never gave up in game 2. They kept chipping away at that big Utah lead. And they're 5-0 against the spread. Their last 5 is a home dog, the Memphis Grizzlies as well. So I like Memphis plus the points, and I like the over in this game. Skee, what's your thoughts? Jazz and Grizz.
Yeah, I'm still leaving John Morant alone. I silently faded him last game. I take my money, and I look at the total in this one. I agree with you, Ian. For one, we're going to look at game 1. Neither team shot well as far as field goal percentage, both under 45%. The Jazz shot 26% from 3. There was 19 total fast break points. There was no Donovan Mitchell. And we got to 221. So, I know they're not going to shoot the same crazy percentage, like 49% like they did in game 2. But they're still a great three-point shooting team. That's how they've been all season. And if they play that poor without their star player and can get to 221. You also hear Quinn Snyder saying he wants their team to play a little bit faster, and they get to 270. So I like points in this game. I got involved at 224, and it's hard for me to see it staying under.
All right, liking the over as well for Skee Profit in this one. Dutch, what do you like here? Utah, Memphis.
Yeah, man. If y'all could take 1 minute and hit the like button, just hit it real easy, just like I hit the plane. It's real easy. Just hit the like button. We much appreciate it, man, for sure. But yeah, keep it moving from there. What I like on this game, honestly, I'm right with you guys on the over. It's 6-1 in the last 7 meetings. These teams seem to score. They're scoring a lot now. I like Utah with Mitchell back. I'll probably be beyond that over right with you guys. A lot of numbers. You guys pretty much said it all. I had a lot to go down with it, but you guys said it all with that over. So I'm gonna hit it from a side perspective. I would have to say I'd have to go Utah here with Mitchell back. They're just a better team. I'm not gonna make anything official right now. Follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna kind of go throughout these games throughout the day, and you'll see what I put out. But I definitely locking in this Mitchell. I believe Eric Chang had mentioned it a little bit. He had 25 in 25 minutes on 5 of 10 from deep. Now March 26th, he had back-to-back games. March 26th, March 27th, 35 points, 5 from 7 from 3. Both games, exact same numbers. All right, so 26, 27, he did the same goddamn thing. He's going to do the same goddamn thing today, and he's going to get plus 25 points easy. So we're going over 24.5 points, minus 115. And then if you want that plus prop, that plus money, I believe MMA Locker Room was on this last. I'm gonna go. He pointed it out to me. I like these plus money 3 props. So
That's it.
over 3.5 threes is plus 130. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get that in the first half, but he's definitely getting that 25.5. I lock that in as well. That's already locked in. But I'm gonna take a shot with that plus 130. Utah, I feel like, is the better team here. I wouldn't be mad at Morant too, because the numbers for Morant against this team, not just in this series, have been good. I believe he's at 24.5. But those are the 2 props. I'm looking at Mitchell to eat tonight, and I'm looking for a lot of points.
Yeah, we've got Noli Nose in the chat. Good to see him. I hope he's doing well. But we got him in an agitated mood with all this over talk from all of us in these later 3 games. To be honest with you, Noli, the only under I liked today was the game that's just started, Miami and Milwaukee. I just think the other games are going to be higher scoring. And look, Portland, Denver, it's just that series has just been an over machine from the beginning. But Noli's the king of unders. So any over talk is just he wants to shut that noise down quickly. Connor, what do you think, Connor? Utah, Memphis.
Yeah, those 3, bro. The Jazz, what they do best is chuck it up, and they shoot threes. So those are the props I looked at. Bogdanovich over 2.5 plus 130. O'Neal, he had 4 of them last game. Over 1.5 plus 145. I got good plus money on these guys who jack up a bunch of threes. Mitchell over 3.5 plus 130. They shoot a ton of them. So I think there's a ton of value with those props, with the 3 props. Morant, all of a sudden, huge games. He went, from 20.5, 21.5 to 24.5. I like him, but I don't want him here. I'm staying far away from him there. This one's a tough one. It depends if Utah's on and shooting. I just really don't have a lean on the side. And I think it can just get over the total. I think it's just a little bit low at 224. I think this game should be like 228, 229. So I think we got a little value. I'd lean to the over as well. I hate to say it, Noli, but I lean over.
Yeah, liking the over here as well, Conor Mac. And I'm on Memphis here, plus the points. I mean, they're a good home team. Utah is still, they got to show me on the road laying a moderate number. They're not laying 1. They're not laying 2. They're not laying 3. They're laying 5.5 here. They got to win this game by a little bit of a margin. I'm not so sure they will. So I like Memphis here, plus the points as well. Great analysis, guys. Great job as always, Connor, Dutch, and Skee. We'll get to our best bets and Dutch's freshest look in just a moment or two. Before we do that, as we do at this time of the show each day, Manscaped and Southtown 101, some messages from both of them. This is Southtown 101 in San Antonio. If you're in town, check them out. Great food, drinks, live DJs, music, and karaoke. Southtown 101, my kind of place. Manscaped, promo code PubSports, 20% off. All you guys out there, take care of yourself with Manscaped. Use the promo code PubSports. And mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. NHL and NBA playoffs, MLB every day. We got the next golf major in a few weeks. Lots to keep you going at mybookie.ag. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit. Mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. Looks like the Heat fans have given up on their team as well. There's nobody in the building. They're barely drawing any flies to the game that's already started here in Miami between them and the Bucks. Best bets. Let's get after it here for this Saturday. Skee, we'll start with you. What do you like for your best bet today?
Yeah, it's very hard for me to see a scenario where Memphis and Utah goes under that 224, seeing how they got 221 with a very poor shooting performance from both. So that's where I'm going to go for my best bet today.
All right, Memphis, Utah, over 224, best bet for Skee Profit. Dutch, the freshest look. What do you got?
Yeah, man. Freshest look. I gotta go with I did put out Giannis earlier. I love that, but since it's already out, I'm gonna go with the freshest look. This will be a 2-unit play. Ben Simmons over 16.5 rebounds and assists, minus 115. My dude's been eating all series. He will continue to eat.
All right, there you go. Nice call there with that player prop. Conor Mac, best bet. What do you got?
Well, my best bet, the game already went off, was the under in Heat Bucks, but I'm going to go over in Blazers Nuggets one more time because I think Blazers to win, they got to score 120 or so, 125. And I don't love their defense, so I think the game will be close, and I think that we get over 227.
All right, there we go. I like that one as well. Portland and Denver over 227. Best bet for Conor Mac. Mine is going to be we're grinding on. Grind on. That's what we're doing. We're going to Grind City tonight.
Grind City.
Hey, I'm actually on the side of that game as my best bet, not the total. Memphis plus 5.5 against Utah. I think we got a game tonight there. I don't trust the Jazz fully just yet. You know, laying these kind of points on the road, I think Memphis has shown you enough fight in this series that they could take this game down to the wire. Don't know about win the game, but keep it competitive throughout. Memphis plus 5.5 against Utah. For my best bet for this Saturday slate. And that'll wrap up this edition of the Pub Sports Radio NBA Pub Hub. Another great show. We're here on weekends, so we'll be back with you tomorrow on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Back again, ready to break down the Sunday NBA playoff card. For Skee Profit, for Dutch, for Conor Mac, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy the games and good luck. And Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know what it is. Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like and subscribe. Salute to the chat and everyone watching. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed.
Nice.
Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest.
We be pubbing. Let's get it.